the Labs game. Bonjour, José.
Ça
Bonjour.
va? What up, Santi?
What's up? What's up? You can see that we now have only one Atlas Brew channel. We have the Atlas Brew Lounge. We have
Finally?
the Atlas
Great
Brew
job.
Lounge.
Great job, man.
Thank you, bro. It was difficult, you know.
We live for
It was a
moments like
matter.
this. We live for moments like this, man.
It
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
it's kind of scary. A new era that starts now.
These industry defining moments, you know, like just crazy work, man.
Yeah, yeah. The time where we had the same chat for the brew and not two separate ones. Making progress, you know? Making
So who
progress.
was the most difficult
I
to
agree.
convince of the three of you?
I agree with VB. This is kind of a heresy, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now the voice chat is called the Atlas Brew Lounge. It is what it is. It will keep being like this moving forward, guys. Get used to it. But yeah, today we have the Atlas Brew number 99. Next week there's not going to be an official Star Atlas Brew because Copa nominations close that same day, and we want to give the guilds enough time to prepare their presentations and ask for the time off or whatever they need to attend the Copa event. So we'll be all day reviewing and ranking the submissions and letting the guilds know who are the top 8 participants that will make it to the Copa final. So yeah, that's a pretty important one. But yeah, today we're talking about OTC trading, a spicy topic, especially as of late, I think, in the community. I see Steven in the chat. Steven, I see your message. We will let me know if you are around, and I will probably give you priority speaker as well, so you don't have to use push to talk. I'm cool with that as well. But there are we have a ton of noteworthy news to share. There has been a lot happening in the community and in Star Atlas overall. But first, let me formally introduce, as always, my two great co-hosts. Let's start with Jose. How are you, Jose, today?
Santi, the sun is shining, crypto is pumping, everything looks good, everyone looks happy, Iris euphoria rises in the sky. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, bro. We have a great topic today.
Yeah, a great and spicy topic. That's what people love. So yeah, really, really looking forward to the main topic for today. And also, Dominic Bain, how are you, my friend?
Life is good. Everything's good. Feeling good. I got my Zero Ultra Monster Energy drink right next to me, so you know I'm locked in for this one. And no, I'm to be real here. I'm excited for today's conversation. I actually really like that we can kind of talk about these different things that could be seen as controversial. I really enjoy us being able to do this. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, let's get on the noteworthy news. I think the first one is one thing that we released yesterday, which is the new episode of Navigating Star Atlas, hosted by the one and only Dominic Bain, and with Gary, our vehicle art director, as the main guest. So Dom, for the people who didn't see the episode yet, what is it about, my friend?
Yeah, so Gary and I talked about vehicles, specifically like only in this episode. So we talked about kind of the process from bringing it from concept art to an engine fully fleshed out. We talked about Titan ships. We talked about customization. We talked about ship manufacturers. Basically, just like everything ship related. It was actually a really good conversation. Gary is also probably has the most experience I've ever heard from anyone in my life. He's worked with cars, he's worked on movies, he's worked with the government, he's worked on games, of course. He worked on Star Citizen. He's worked on a lot of different games, some really cool games that even some that are really excited. Some people are really excited for right now. So Gary is this absolute legend. Like he's so talented. He has a lot of different kind of shoes that he wears and hats that he wears. So I definitely recommend checking it out. He does have a bit of an accent, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it to listen to him. He's awesome. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, he has a ton of experience as you shared, and also it's interesting to see what goes into creating a spaceship for Star Atlas. How he compares it to his previous work in different industries as well is quite interesting, and how complex it is as well. But I don't want to spoil it. You guys can go watch that um, right now after the brew. So Tom, if you want to drop the link again in the Atlas Brew Lounge chat, there you go, guys. Mark it as watch later, or open the tab, hit pause, and you can watch it right after the brew. 100% recommended watch right there. Another noteworthy news is that the Johnny Awards nominations closed. So the finalists will be announced soon, and voting will open at the same time. And when we announce the finalists, so you guys will be able to vote for who you want to win each of the categories. So that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah,
Um,
I really like it seeing the finalists, bro. I am super excited about this one. It's going to be super
yeah,
cool.
each and every single one name of that list kind of deserves to win the award. Like,
They are worth.
yeah, it sucks that there's only one winner per award, but it is what it is. It's just good to see all the people that we have here that care about Star Atlas and add value pretty much on a daily basis. Oh, and look at that concept art that Dom shared
Oh, that's not
in the chat.
that's in game. That's in game.
That's
That's
in
the
game.
game.
That's in game. Yeah, no. If whoever wins a Joni Award gets an in-game trophy.
Look at
Man,
that.
look at
Look
the
at the
amount of
level of
details,
detail.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is going to be an NFT, and it will only be accessible. The only people who will have one of those are the Johnny Awards winners. So last Johnny Awards winners, and these year's winners. They will also be tradable, as far as I am aware, in the marketplace. So maybe one of the winner wants to sell it, so it's a pretty exclusive NFT, honestly, that people will be able to get. So yeah. Another thing is that all the events for the community week are created right now. So if you don't want to miss anything related to the community week, you can go to the very top of the server right now and mark as interested in the events. And there's one that we just added for Tuesday. A lot of people were wondering, okay, so we have the brew on Wednesday, we have Copa, we have the Johnny Awards, but what is happening on Tuesday? Well, on Tuesday 27th, we are going to have a town hall, as always, with Michael Wagner,
Shoo!
and we'll probably have some special guests as well. So it will be town hall number 42. Dom just shared it in the chat, and expect some pretty big news on that one. That's all I'm going to say. Um,
Jesus, bro. This is one of the
yeah.
most important town halls in our history. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, just
Down.
say. Oh my god. Um, no
But
hype,
no
no
hype,
hype,
of course. No hype, no
no
hype, of
hype,
course. No hype.
no
I
hype,
won't
no
cry.
hype. We
I won't
chill.
cry.
We calm down. I like the gifts. We calm
We keep it
down. We will
steady.
see.
We keep it steady.
Yeah, yeah. We will keep it steady. But yeah, it's going to be a good town hall. It's going to be a good week overall. Tons of things happening. The Brew 100 is also going to be really, really good. We have a ton of surprises for you guys during that one. That's the actual party, you know? Like the Brew 100 is where the party happens. Let me say that. But that's all I'm going
Community
to
Man,
week
share
is
now.
gonna be so
can I
crazy.
can I can I say just a small thing, Santi.
Yeah.
Just as
You go for
I
it,
won't
Jose.
get on the details, but I'll tell you guys this: the Brew 100 will be so massive, so epic that even in the far outreaches of Gallia, people will feel the effects of the brew. That's all I'm going to say.
I love that. I love that. No hype though. No hype. No hype. No
No
hype.
hype, no hype.
No hype. But yeah. What else? What else? What else? Well, there's one thing I just want to remind guild members and guild leaders, DAG members, DAG leaders. Don't forget that the Copa submissions are closing on the 21st. So tell your leadership, or you, if you are one of the DAC leaders, make sure to get your to get your presentations in before the 21st. Don't forget about that. Um, that's all I'm going to say. Then I I saw a tweet today from Michael Wagner. I don't know if you guys
Jesus,
saw that.
Jesus,
Um,
my God.
and maybe Dom, you can share it here in the chat.
Oh yeah, let me get it.
Oh, Egonite got you, bro.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So it reads, airdrop for Star Atlas ship holders is coming sooner than you think. Happy Valentine's Day. So that's
What a
the
gentleman.
Valentine's gift from Michael Wagner, an announcement of an announcement. That's what you guys love, as always.
Love that.
Nothing
That's
better.
Michael Wagner way of showing love, right? The announcement
Yeah,
of an announcement.
yeah, that's the MW special, man.
Yeah.
Makes you feel special.
Makes you feel special on Valentine's Day, for sure. uh, cool. What else? Oh, big news. The imps sold out on the Atlas tranche. So last week,
Chips. Chips.
according to the AFIA, the tips, according to the AFIA data runners, $178,000 in Atlas were traded from these ships, causing them to sell out on the Atlas tranche. So that's pretty huge news. They moved quite fast. Didn't we check it at the beginning of the week last week, Jose, and there were like 500 available, something like that?
Man, it's crazy, bro. The chips, they are flying out of the shelf. People are super excited about the mining loops. And it's like everything is converging for Starbases, right? We are going to talk a little bit about this. Like the decks, they are forming big armadas, big fleets. You can start to feel the competition tension rising in Gali Expense, and ship markets is just one of the many faces of that. So it's super exciting to see this kind of thing happening right now.
Yeah, yeah. And on that, there's a new guild that we saw in one of Steven's posts on Twitter. I think it was Total Police Locked by Dak. And we have a new first place in there. We have Oathburn with
Yeah, that's me right there.
that's
Yeah, I
Dominic.
was I
That's
was
me and
thinking
Michael
if we
Wagner.
should tell them that that's the three of us. Like we finally decided to take everyone in Gali Expense. So yeah, we decided to show off our Locket Police
I mean, yeah. Not only are we better than them at everything in the game, but also, with the
in
Polish
the
voting
post.
power,
Yes,
no luck
we need to
there,
be
huh?
on top.
Yeah, so we have a new deck called Oathburn with well over 2.5 million police locked. So keep an eye out there for the Illuminati, I think, of Star Atlas, pretty
Yeah,
much.
actually, though.
Yeah,
This
pretty
is right.
huge. It's pretty huge.
Shout out to them because they are watching us today. So yeah, good job.
I'm sure one of the two members is actually watching right now. Yes.
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I'm right here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
3
Yeah,
members now.
there are three members still have locked their police. The other one is holding.
Oh, okay. Okay. Huh, very interesting. 2.5 million Polish, one air bike. That's funny. There's also one thing that we wanted to that we saw from AFIA data runners on the DAX statistics page. I think Jose, you kind of touched on it before. It's pretty interesting how things are shaping up right now.
Yeah, man, like that that those statistics, they are super cool to watch. Like I know lots of the guilds are still hiding their members or their VWAP, their total police and things like that. But we start to get a glimpse of how strong Star Atlas guilds are, you know? And you start to see things like VWAP per player. Man, you can't help but get excited, you know? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. We were checking ourselves here as team members how our VWAP, our fleet's powers, and comparing to the players in the guilds. And it's super cool to watch. But still, we still win by VWAP, so you guys need to step up your game. I'm sorry.
We always win. It's easy one, bro.
Yeah, it's we're still a little bit ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very interesting. And I see Rome flexing the transactions per Sage player. One of the, I think your guys are second to Coexist, or the Unseen is also there. The Brazilians, look at the Brazilians. We have 1,000 transactions per player in Sage.
Bro, Brazilians are the SDU miners of Sage Labs. Lots of love to my country. Let's go, boys.
That is, I love these statistics, honestly, man. Like you can nerd on these for hours, I think. But
It's
yeah,
just
man.
fun. It's just fun looking at the numbers and charts of like, dude, like everything, DAX, ships, like everything you could imagine has some kind of chart, some kind of statistic. I love that stuff. I think a lot of people here love that stuff.
Oh hell yeah! I think if you're here, you probably love stats.
Yeah, I can barely start to imagine how strong the game will be with Starbase, you know, and then we start combat after, bro. Things will be super crazy. Like this Discord will be a battlefield. It's going to be super
I'm a little bit
entertaining.
scared. I'm a little bit scared of combat, and then how things can play out here, man. People calling each other out in the chats, you know.
I'm gonna
It's
be doing
going to
that
get-
too. I'm gonna be banning people, you know. Oh, you killed me? All right,
Yeah,
man.
you killed me. Oh, so it was
You got
you,
banned. You killed the
Ben
wrong
Hammer.
person. Did you know who you just killed?
Oh
Make
man.
a 1v1 channel. That would be so hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I'm down to create a
I
1v1
buy
channel.
it. I
If
buy
anyone's
it.
ever arguing, yeah, all right, take this to the 1v1 channel.
Yeah,
Please.
take this to the 1v1 channel, bro. Good idea, White Man. Good idea. I actually like that. But yeah, is there anything else on the noteworthy news that, guys?
I think you got most of it.
Cool. So I think now it's a good moment to move to the main topic, which is OTC trading. It has been one of the main topics, I think, in the community for the past week or so, or a couple weeks. We know that there's some interesting volume OTC, but just to clarify, one message from Michael Wagner that I feel like we should also post here in the chat is that nothing really is going to happen from Star Atlas side on the OTC trading. Like, don't expect any measures to be taken. We have various mechanisms rolling out with gameplay in the future that will naturally limit or disincentivize OTC. And we don't have resources right now to implement without sacrificing game development. So that's not a priority right now for us. And also the revenues aren't material to the business today. So there are other things like transactions fees and royalties that are more impactful to the long-term business strategy for Star Atlas. So wanted to get that out of the way here for people to know what's the stance from Star Atlas and our CEO also on OTC trading. It's not something that we are actively looking to ban or we're against, and it's a witch hunt against who trades in OTC. It's just the idea is mainly to have a conversation about OTC trading and what could be some solutions long term that both don't affect the revenue from Star Atlas and can also be beneficial for the players. Because we believe in that balance between the game design and the economy as well, where everything will end up making sense for everyone. So I don't know if that was a good disclaimer or however you want to call it, an introduction to the
Fantastic.
conversation.
Dude, I mean, I know I said it at the beginning, Santi, but I just want to add, like, I just love that we could talk about controversial topics like this. I just absolutely love it, because usually what would happen is if something is happening where people are circumventing some kind of revenue stuff for the company, they would just immediately just, all right, we're gonna fix that, and all right, we're gonna move on. But no, we're sitting here, we're saying, okay, let's have a conversation. This is what's happening. This is why it could be bad. What do you guys think? Maybe we can talk about this and figure out something that someone isn't looking at, and then we can come up with a better solution because we're all putting our minds together, So I really like that. I think it's super cool. So, anyways, I'm just really excited.
Of course. And I see the comment from Puck saying that it's relieving that they will hate to see the metaverse that stands for freedom and power to the people controlling the player-owned assets. That is clearly not our intention and has never been. That's why, as Dom is pointing out, like we want to have these open conversations with the community to just brainstorm ideas or just chat about it. It not being like a taboo topic or something controversial, but try to think about things and paths forward all together. That's what we always did, and that's how Star Atlas operates as a company as well. So just wanted to get that very clear before we get on the topic. And I think first, in case there might be some people who don't understand or have no clue what OTC trading is. I don't know, just say if you want to cover quickly, like what does it mean, like OTC trading?
Yeah, just a very brief and simple introduction to the topic. OTC means over the counter trading. It's basically a term from the financial markets, which means deals that are not done through the regular way in an open market. So, for example, if you go right now to the buy and sell channel, you see lots of people advertising their assets in Star Atlas to be bought, traded, or sold by an amount of Atlas in game or USDC dollars. So this happens regularly in Star Atlas. Players trade between their guild members. People trade in the player to player directly for ships, for assets, for food. All sorts of exchange between players that don't go through the marketplace of Star Atlas are the ones that we are referring here right now. And as you guys know, the Star Atlas marketplace has fees, and those fees they contribute to automata revenue, but they also contribute to the DAO revenue stream. So when people are trading over the counter, when they are not using the marketplace of Star Atlas, money is not coming to automata and not coming to the DAO. And now the main topic of this conversation is figuring out ways to make the marketplace more exciting or more useful to players so that they prefer to go to trade more assets through the marketplace than OTC, or different ways of doing that, or even circumventing or restructuring the whole marketplace concept and finding different ways to generate revenue for the DAO and Star Atlas. So that's basically what we are going to discuss today. Talk about there are no bad ideas. We are here to discuss, to think about the future, and to talk a little bit about the future of our project, Star Atlas.
Yeah, and I see already ideas flowing in the chat. And just from a user perspective, and I would like to see if people kind of agree with what Puck is saying. According to Puck, the main things are help push OTC trading. What causes OTC trading is the bots in the marketplace, Starcom issues, so the marketplace not being reliable 24/7, the inability to make offers, and the inability to make offers based on relationships. So you know who the other person is, and you can make an offer, or you can see what guild they are from, and things like that. I just want to make sure, is there anything else in your guys' eyes that causes the people to go to the OTC marketplace? Is there anything that Puck didn't cover in that message? Well, the fees clearly is one as well. Sending things on the between wallets, yeah, but that's different, right? Because there you wouldn't be paying the fee or anything if you just send things between wallets. There's a lot of people that also form relationships, trading relationships as well over the counter. That's another interesting one. Marketplace volume is low. I don't think the marketplace volume is low. I think there are offers and liquidity in almost every single asset, from what I can see. But yeah. Oh, the ability to use USDC or Atlas for multiple assets. I think OpenSea has that. OpenSea has that functionality, right? Where you can offer the same USDC in many different items. I think.
Yeah.
So what
I
is
think
that? So you have like 300 USDC in your wallet, and then you can offer it on like 4 different
Yeah.
ships at the same time, and whichever one sells first, it gets rid of it. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this one is one of the biggest things that we could do in the medium to short term for Star Atlas Marketplace, right? Because this would, unlock so much potential in terms of liquidity. Players wouldn't need to be, tied to only one position. They could provide bids to lots of different assets at the same time. And yeah, man, I think this one's a really, really, really good one that we should share with the team and try to make a priority.
Yeah.
Saw someone say reputation system, sort of like Pixel. I'm interested to hear what that's like.
I don't know. I think it was Ray. Maybe Ray can on it. Putting Ray on the spot right here, right now.
That's our job, man.
Nomad.
Ray, we are putting you on the spot, but if you want to share a little bit of your idea here,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
We can.
Okay. Forgive the noise in the background if you hear it, but I'm still doing my due diligence on it because when the reputation system came out for Pixels, it was like a CCP China social credit score type of situation, and the whole community kind of went against it up until they implemented it. It was mainly to combat bots, but overall they kind of built it in a way that you can only trade on the secondary market if you get to a certain reputation level, and you can easily do that with a VIP, monthly, every 3 month or every year subscription that you would pay in the Ronin token, which is the native token you sign transactions with, and that's when Pixel migrated over to the Ronin network. So it's been working well, and you don't have people just creating accounts all automatically able to access the secondary market to trade, to buy things up and then sell them or flip them. So that was like the immediate fix, which helped get all the numbers more or less in a more realistic zone for data. And then on top of that, you can't trade with another person within the game. So in the game, you're able to trade, but you wouldn't be able to if you just created an account tomorrow. You would have to, again, it's all based on that certain threshold of reputation, and it's also based off of not just, you can get the total amount of points to then start trading on the market if you buy a VIP and then do some of the quests and tasks. Like you have to level up your farming to level 3 at least, and then accumulate points from different areas of the game. So it's not just that cut and dry. But if you don't have money to buy a VIP or you don't want to, you'd have to actually play the game and work and upgrade and level up to get to that point where you could trade with a friend in a guild or go to the secondary market and actually sell your things. Because at that point, you've played the game, you've been acclimated, you kind of, like the game, right? It's like a test trial period. So I don't, we can always go further in that. I could share some resources too after the fact, but that was pretty much it.
I think that's actually pretty cool. I wonder if the community likes the idea for having something like that. I think Victor kind of suggested something around that.
Yeah, I see some people saying they like it, and I see Bodhi says he doesn't like that. Bodhi, is there a reason you don't like it?
People like the market to be free for all.
Just want to hear both sides,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was totally backlashed against by the whole community, and it was a 2+ running community, like already great strong community. And then once it came on, a lot of people were threatened. But who were these people, right? The people who were incentivized to extract, or what systems that they had in place, bot farms, or whatever the case is, that kind of skewed all the numbers. I'm realizing how it's all how you build it out, and then roll it out, right? So it could look good. You could say different words to make it make sense to some certain people. At the end of the day, it's not totally as bad. I don't see anything wrong with it per se. After months of it being alive, so far it's a thing in the past. Like if you zoom out on a chart, now the next thing is the changes they're implementing in their particular game, which is called Chapter 2. So as the game evolves, things make more and more sense, but they iterate just as Star Atlas does and launch things in different modules. So it's not all one thing. With the reputation system, it just you turned it online. They're testing it, seeing how it goes, and if it didn't work and the community total was against it, they take it away. So that's how they build their game as well. It's like a constant iteration. They hear the community. If it doesn't work out, they'll take all that into consideration because they're here for the community and vice versa. We're here for the game and the team. So it's just a nice ecosystem they got going on over there.
Pretty cool. I like to hear like other cases. It's pretty cool. I don't think the community here really liked the idea as well. Probably the same as the Pixels community. So yeah.
Yeah, because the nature of Star Atlas Marketplace it's different, right? The marketplace in Star Atlas is depending on your style, gameplay, and guild, it's also another battlefield. So if you are preventing people from joining the market right away, you're pretty much restraining them from playing the game right away as well. And one thing that we know that in the future, Star Atlas will have localized marketplaces, right? Um, so we'll have not only one market, but lots of different marketplaces with the DAOs of each region of the galaxy regulating fees and things like that. So, yeah, I don't know if we could, close the market before people building relationships. I'm not sure if this would be a good place for Star Atlas. I think the bots would just circumvent these reputation requirements in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I think
yeah.
I think like the concept of generating more liquidity to marketplace tools, like for example, an order book, as someone pointed out, like resources like food, ammunition, and the others being sold like an order book, and we having like the possibility of unlocking multiple bits with the same capital. I think like those are more on the way of making the marketplace better. Or maybe if we could do like a system that incentivizes people to use the marketplace, like something like a merchant career in game, something like this, as we have discussed before. I think those are positive incentives that would make people think more about doing that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's all about finding a balance, I think. I said it in the chat because Anthony posted, I'm confused what the goal is, to incentivize marketplace more or prevent OTC completely. It's just to incentivize the marketplace, drive more volume in there, and just find a way where people feel comfortable, I think, or incentivized enough to not have to go to the OTC market. I see community pools, Anthony saying. What would that be? How would that work? I'm curious about that. Ahota has a good idea, saying that the commerce career or marketplace merchant career points, like a gameplay loop, it being a gameplay loop. So very interesting. That's a cool one as well. Star path for secondaries. Well, the star path is enabled for secondary markets right now. It's a small fee compared to what you get from a primary sale, but still, you get that. Whiteman says, never going to get rid of the OTC market. It's just human nature. Guilds specifically are not going to use the marketplace when we all know each other and we can trade with each other OTC. Well, that could be, how could that conversation could lead to how could Star Atlas better support the trading between guild members, right? Because there's a lot of trading in between guilds, and I think, well, I don't know if Steven is still here. I don't see him anymore, but he posted some cool statistics on what's the volume in the OTC market by guild. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if anyone has that tweet close to them. Trying to find it, but
I share it here.
okay, share it in the chat if you can, Jose.
Just a sec.
I see Victor saying, I don't think incentives are the problem. OTC is probably more convenient. And Jan saying that all the OTC new people, all the OTC people he has relationships with, send him stuff in a DM, and he gets back to them later. Well, that's interesting that you can develop like a relationship with someone. It's dangerous. You are exposed to danger because you're making basically like a trustless system. Now relying on trusting the other person. So you get kind of like exposed to that risk by doing that, but yeah, it's probably. Oh, there you go. Just say you shared it in the.
Yeah, it's
in
on
the chat. Oh, the
and you
past
see some
60
big
days.
numbers.
Yeah. That's some big numbers, yeah. And that is tracked, I think, by swaps like between wallets of the same guild that didn't go through the marketplace. So
Yeah, so the real number must be a lot higher, actually, because
yeah.
not everyone is tracked there.
Yeah. I see Cuchetos sharing in the chat ways to make the marketplace more attractive. 1. Provide an integrated automation bot for trading to all players. 2. Provide additional discount if you fill the whole order instead of filling it partially. I don't know how. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, like buying the whole thing that is posted. That's interesting. 3. Make selling and buying providing some kind of RPG for traders. For example, in order to use the integrated bot efficiently, you will need a crew member that levels up by making trades. That's very interesting. I like ideas.
Sheesh.
What happened, Jose?
Oh, y'all is saying that he has done over 250K a month.
Yeah.
Notice it. Uh, I also like the suggestions from Zemsor. Like I think like the order book style for resources is a must have. Like I think this will help unlock lots of liquidity, will make enable trading a lot easier, to make trading a lot easier for everyone. Uh, use game design and marketplace design that incentivizes in-game trading. Yeah, for sure, this one is a must-have, and this one's already. I think the team is already thinking about this. Bringing volume back to the marketplaces increases liquidity, making market bots irrelevant. Yeah, it surely helps. Uh, and one way to unlock that liquidity is by allowing multiple bids with the same capital. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I seen from people's comments. And yeah, incentivize geolocated mark trading in game away from the CSS. Yeah, that's also going to happen in the future.
Yeah. There's another one from Bodhi. Be able to rent out fee payer discount to other users. Giving all player bots is the only way to limit bots. Huh, that's interesting. So rent
That's
out the Atlas that you have locked basically for the fee discount. That's interesting. Well, it looks like the key takeaway, at least for me, just say here. Let me know if you agree. But one of the key takeaways is that people really don't like the bots in the marketplace, and most of the bad experience trading in this Atlas marketplace is related to the bots, or maybe people are just focusing too much on the bots and not on other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that given the context, the bots uh, seems like a bigger problem than they truly are. That's my feeling, you know. I don't think, personally, this is my personal opinion, I don't think the bots are much of a problem. The problem is that since we have the setup, the way that the marketplace is structured, it doesn't allow us to unlock lots of liquidity uh, on the many different assets. Like we have many classes of assets. So if we had a system that would allow people to tap their liquidity for many asks, many bids, I feel like the bot situation would feel a lot less frustrating to everyone involved.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a bot thing. I think it's probably a liquidity thing for sure.
Yeah. I think there are two different sides of the coin here. A lot of people saying that bots are the main problem, and a lot of people saying that the other guys are exaggerating. I like it. I like it.
But I feel
Uh,
everyone would like for us to have a way to gamify the marketplace, so it would have in-game design meaning and progression. And yeah, I feel like this is one of also the things that everyone agrees on, is that giving XP or perks for people who are really trading and helping Star Atlas market to grow, they would get in-game progression on being a merchant or something like that. I feel this is something that most of the people here agree on.
I love how kind of divisive some of these solutions are. I think it's cool because when you have two different sides of a coin, maybe you can come to a better solution. I enjoy that.
I like the discussion overall. Yeah, I think it's super valuable.
And
Super valuable.
there's also the something that we didn't touch on yet, but there are ways for automata to circumvent all that discussion is by, for example, increasing crafting fees or using new token standards that allows us to set royalties on the in-game currency and things like that. But yeah, and I would like to know how people feel about those. Like if this is something that would level up the field and make it simple, but uh, I don't know. This is also something to explore. Like we take away the fees on the marketplace, and this was actually one of Yon's proposals. If you want to present it to us, since he's here on the chat, feel free to do this, Yon. But I feel this is also one way that we could explore. I'm leaving up, man. Yo, okay.
Yeah. Suggestions from Funcracker. Improve uptime and stability. Add an option to buy multiple orders in one go. Keep track of XP score, something while selling and buying. And connect player details to seller and bidder. That's interesting.
Like those. I
Yeah.
think. I honestly, I think all those make sense.
Yeah.
Steven is saying he has a radically different proposal. If you want to present it today, Steven, feel free to do that, friend.
Steven,
The-
you're more than welcome to unmute, sir.
Yeah,
They
we
keep
love
saying
you,
they don't
bro.
want to front run though. I don't know if they want to front run though.
Oh, they want to keep it for the nomads?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
No. No. If that's for the nomads, we can wait. We can wait. You guys have to tune in to the Metaverse Nomads on Sunday. Can we share the link to the Metaverse Nomads?
Yeah,
Some support.
Clickbait.
I thought Steven was going to join to share something and not to shameless plug,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
came here
fair.
to tease us.
He came
Go
here
to-
to
go
tease.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to the Metaverse Nomads. They got a really cool episode happening this Sunday. I think it's
Yeah.
usually at 10 a.m. Pacific time,
Oh.
1 p.m. Eastern, unless they changed it.
Yeah, big much love to the Metaverse Nomads as always.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Cool. Now we have to watch everyone disagree with everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Take orders and then
Uh,
fill them versus going and getting items and just hoping someone will buy them. Don't take away the fees. Doing that or adding the USDC pair back will just hurt Atlas use case. I still do hundreds of USDC sales, but do it in Atlas. Honestly, player profile and DAC realization would really reduce a lot of OTC trades. Okay.
just being able to know who you're trading with is what you mean. I see the idea from Anthony. Community pool, first in, first out order placement. No fee on adding or buying from community pool, will be on top of the marketplace, and you know it's players, not bots. Attached to a Pith oracle of sorts to create an adequate fair market price. It will take time depending on demand, which is the balance to having such a mechanism, very similar to a DCA selling or buying option. Later with Starbase could be used to restock the local markets. Huh. That's a quite an interesting idea. Love to see that implemented, honestly, to see it in action, to totally understand. What else, boys?
I know not everyone will agree with me, but I actually kind of like the either XP system or the kind of reward system from using the marketplace. But like I said, I understand that that is not something that everyone would agree with.
The having like that XP system in the marketplace.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Like like a trading career or something, and you get XP through trading through the marketplace, and it helps. Like trading through the marketplace helps you with some kind of career in game. I think that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. That will probably incentivize people to use it a lot more. I agree.
I love the XP system and reputation points implemented in some way. Yeah, I think it would be cool.
Ooh, I saw a cool one. Tie the fee scale to Sage activity. That's interesting. That's actually a super interesting one. I don't know how it will work or if it makes sense from an economics perspective, but less fees to the people using the products the most could be really interesting.
Like as you level up, you get reduction on the fees. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Sawin is saying, I like the idea that you can put the crews to work in the marketplace. This makes it interesting to leave something slash someone there working. And yeah, fair enough that we're going to have the local markets in a few months. That's true. Well, I don't know if a few months, sometime in the future. Yeah. No, I just read the comment from Jan. I just read the comment from Jan. Now people think that the local markets are going to come soon, bro.
It's coming 4 to 6, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, 46, 46.
Save me something.
This is
They're saying I
hilarious.
delivered alpha. That's a lie.
46 years. Will be an extra layer of gaming to take part in similarity to the manufacturer rep we need to build. I think tying all this to in-game activity, to me, makes a ton of sense, honestly. Like, depending on how much you play the game, you level up, and based on that, you get marketplace benefits that encourages you to use the
Like
marketplace
maybe
instead of OTC.
one thing that I was thinking, Santi, maybe as you level up, for example, you unlock features like using multiple bids with the same capital, things like that, you know? So like we develop tools and players unlock them as they progress in games. Just like they are getting skills as merchants for through playing the marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like this. I'm really enjoying this conversation. Super productive. Lots of ideas out there, man. Lots of ideas. Create a trader ship and we can only trade inside of that ship. I think people will be mad at that one. Imagine if we do that. Oh no, in order to trade in the marketplace, you will need to buy this ship.
People would riot.
It's instant riot to me. It sounds like that.
But maybe they would need a merchant, like a merchant crew member.
A
And
merchant
the
crew
more
member
merchant,
is probably cool.
yeah, that would be entertaining. And just like we were discussing, as your merchant crew member levels up, or you get multiple crew members that are merchants working the marketplace, it starts unlocking features and quality of life tools for
Sky
you.
made a good
That
point.
would
You
be
can't buy the ship unless you own the ship.
You have to find your way to owning the ship.
yeah, man, you need to do OTC trading.
It's like when you need job experience for an entry level position.
OTC trading to get the ship.
So you can trade in the marketplace.
That's hilarious, man. Oh my god. Uh, oh man. Yeah, I mean, there has been a ton of ideas shared here. I think the key takeaway on why people are preferring to go to OTC is one, they have relationships built with people. OTC. Two, and this is in no particular, just recalling everything that was shared here. Second, the servers, so the marketplace, being up 24/7 and struggling with that. Another one is not knowing who they are selling to, who they are trading with. So having a solution in the marketplace that allows you to know who you are trading with. Some people are annoyed by the bots that are in the marketplace.
I also saw someone say the margins were thin and that they're getting rid of the fee helps the margins of trading those resources.
What was that again?
I was saying I heard I think it was Brian yesterday. He was saying that the margins are thin and that that people go to OTC to get rid of the fee so the margins are better.
Man, Brian's making so much money on Sage Labs that's just shame to say that the problems are the fees, bro. But yeah, it helps for sure. It helps for sure.
Yeah. Cool, man. There's a ton of ideas that were shared here. I'm sure that, I saw a couple team members listening already, but I'm sure this will give a lot of food for thought for our team here. 100%.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
fact that we didn't get any DMs mad at us means that the conversation is going well. So keep giving us ideas, guys.
I mean, I really enjoy. Tom was pointing out at the beginning of the brew, being able to have these types of conversations with the community and just look for quote unquote solutions or paths forward together. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
It's pretty
because
cool.
I would say other companies kind of treat it as a us versus them kind of thing. They're trying to circumvent fees, so we're going to do this to get back at them, like to fix it basically. And it's kind of like it becomes like like I said, us versus them situation. But instead, you could just come together as a group of people, talk about it, talk through it. We can give our side, and hey, this is why this isn't the greatest thing for our company. The community can say, well, this is why we are doing it because of X, Y, and Z. And then you can come together and say, okay, well, then what can we do? Then you lay out all the solutions, you brainstorm, we can do this, we can do that. This doesn't work. No, I don't like that. And then overall, like once put your heads together, I think you can come up with a better solution than you would be able to do just with one or the other. So I think it's super important that we do things like this, not even just for this issue, but for all issues. And I hope we can always do this where if there's a problem in the game or there's some kind of problem that needs some kind of fix, we can always just come together, do an Atlas Brew or do whatever, be like, okay, this is the problem we have. Let's have a conversation. Let's just talk through it.
Yeah, I think that's the vibe that we have for the Atlas Brew. And we definitely want to keep it that way. Like we at Star Atlas, and more specifically in the community team from Star Atlas, we never want to lose that closeness that we have to the people. We're here to understand like what's your experience using our products, what's your experience in the community overall, and just look for solutions altogether. Definitely, like it's insanely valuable for the company, and it's one of the biggest benefits of building in public right now. I think it's one of the key advantages of building in public, that you can do all this together, get that feedback, and think of solutions together with the community. And that's what we're here for. So I think overall it was a great brew. Definitely think that this is one of the brews that probably will have a part 2 in the future. I'm getting that vibe. We didn't even get close to discussing all the ideas and things that were shared by the people. So yeah, is there anything else before we close here that anyone in the chat wants to say, share, whatever? I see Lumin asking if we are coming with Wagner to Istanbul. Not as far as I am aware. We are here in the dungeons working, the basement.
Someone needs to keep the basements working, functional.
Yeah. Maybe Breakpoint. But Istanbul, I don't think so. I think it's going to be Michael. But I
Yeah.
want to see all the pictures from the Coexis guys in there, making some presence. I want to see all the pictures in Twitter. And I hope that Coexis is also working on that Copa presentation as well.
Yeah. Last Copa winner.
Last Copa winner. Cool. Cool. Nothing else on my end. Jose, anything that you want to share before we close, my friend?
No, brother. I think we got plenty. We got lots of ideas. We are ready. We gave Chris and Gareth lots of things to think about. They listened the whole brew. So yeah, I think it was very successful, and I hope we can keep doing this together with community to figure out the future of Star Atlas. It's always good to have input from people who are as passionate as us about this project. And yeah. Good brew.
Yeah, no, really enjoyed the conversation, and again, I think this is another one that will have a part 2 for sure. I really enjoyed this one. Dominic Bain, anything before we close?
I think I've already preached what I have to preach, so I'm just gonna say I hope everyone has a good rest of their week, good rest of their Wednesday. Just a reminder, no brew next week. We're handling the Copa submissions. We want to put some time and really make sure we pick the right ones. And then we have Community Week the week after, which is going to be insane. So go mark interested in all the events. It's actually going to be a really good time. There's going to be a little exclusive item. There's going to be a lot of giveaways. There's going to be a lot of events. Maybe announcements, maybe one or two, so yeah, it's going to be a good time. A lot to look forward to. Anyways, much love to everyone who showed up today. Appreciate the conversation. Thanks to Chris and Gareth for joining. I know taking an hour out of their day sometimes for anyone can be hard. So I appreciate them joining and listening to everyone. Yeah, like I said, appreciate the conversation, everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah. And again, as Dom was saying, go to the very top of the server, the very top of the channel, so you'll see the events tab. And you can mark as interested for all the events that are happening during the community week. So we have Town Hall number 42, we have the Atlas Brew number 100, we have Copa, and we have the Joni Awards. So make sure, guys, that you go there, mark as interested, so you don't miss any of these. And the community week is going to be a party. It's going to be a complete party, so you don't want to miss that one. Nothing else on my end. I think this was a great conversation. Always down to chat about things like this here at the brew. And as always, if you have any topic suggestions for the brew number 101, more than welcome. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on the brew number 100, guys. Chat soon. Bye-bye.
See everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.